Midnight in Mississippi, at that dark crossroads line, I tuned my old guitar to moan, kneeling beneath the pine, and traded my weary soul for a taste of the divine. The devil grinning in the shadow says, son, now you're mine. And devil at the crossroads, I paid my bluesman's due and traded away my soul just to let the music through. And all my fingers burn with magic, every note rings true. But the devil at the crossroads left me haunted by the blues. I played through the delta nights, strings crying out in pain, and hellhounds on my trail, fire coursing in my veins, and each chord a lamentation, each bend a lonesome train. And the price of fame is loneliness bound to a ball and chain. Dawn finds me cold and breathless, poison in my blood. I done gone too far this time, face down in the mud. But a soul can't be caged once it's bargained in blood. And I's a restless phantom where my body once stood. So I wander every crossroads, a ghost with one last song, and carrying delta secrets as the night wind carries me along. From muddy fields to city streets, my spirit loud and strong. The devil at the crossroads done let these blues carry on. Pack my sack at sunrise, leaving Mississippi behind. Ticket in my pocket, cotton fields fade from my mind. I'm headed north to Chicago on that Illinois Central line, chasing a city dream where the blues can truly shine. The northbound train a rolling, iron will sing my song. Every mile I get closer to where my heart belongs. Ghost of the Delta rides with me, humming low and strong. And on this northbound train to the place I've dreamed of for so long. In a boxcar full of memory, cinder smoke in the air, and tracks humming underneath like a prayer on a prayer. there's nobody there. Robert Johnson's ghost whispers, child, I'll see you there. Night falls in this train car, stars above fields of corn. A lonesome whistle cries as another soul is reborn. And I clutch my old guitar, it's wood smooth and warm. And over and at the end of these rails, a new blues age will be born. Dawn on the Illinois Central, skyline comes into view. Windy city's calling me beneath a sky of steel blue, and that guiding spirit beside me steps off with me anew. The Northbound Blues done brought me home, where the old becomes the new. I hit the streets of Chicago with my guitar in hand, and Southside nights calling me to a world I can't understand. Strumming on a corner alley, trying hard to stand, but the city's roar and rumble nearly drowned my poor jam. And under the L track singing the blues loud and true, but the screeching iron above nearly drowns out my tune. From Delta dust to city rust, I paid these dues, and under the L in Chicago, still singing those blues. And then light flickers time, alley shadows clap along. People rush by, indifferent to my lonesome song. Like ghostly guitars weeping, but the city's din is strong, and hard to hear a country bluesman in this impatient throng. An old man on Maxwell Street says, son, you gotta get loud. Tells me plug in that box guitar to cut through the crowd. So I pray to Delta's ghosts as the train screams on loud. Now find power in these wires and make these blues ring loud. And under the L, I'm determined, though the night wind blows cold. In this concrete jungle, a blues man's got to be bold. And the heart of my song's the same, stars, it's the same blue soul.
Got me a mail order guitar with a pickup screwed on tight. And Uncle handed me his old amp, said plug in, you'll do alright. And first time I hit that power chord on a cold Chicago night, alley cats scattered jumping, my blues roared to life. An amplified soul, now the whole block in here, from smoky bar rooms on out to the ears at the rear. No more being drowned out, every note rings clear. My Delta heart electrified, no more playing in fear. On 47th I struck an electric groove. It hit one hot riff on my guitar and the crowd began to move. And the ghost of the Delta smiled, my transition now smooth. I married that country soul to a city jumping jive groove. Reborn electric and then some, and amplified in Chicago, a new era's begun.
loud. Collard greens frying, preacher shouting in the crowd. Now plug my amp into a lamppost, draw toe tapping crowd. My guitar cutting through the chatter, singing proud and loud. Maxwell Street Mojo, blues on the open sky. People dancing on the blacktop as the world passes by. From deviled eggs on the grill to the amplifier's cry. That Maxwell Street Mojo makes the guitar testify. Harmonica man joins in, blowing sweet and mean. And he's got a dollar harp and a suit a bit too clean. Meet two like hoodoo conjurers in a sonic convene, drawing saints and sinners alike with our electrified scene. There's a little girl clapping and an old man tapping cane, and tourists snapping pictures while I pour out my pain. The ghost of old blind lemon walks smiling down the lane. Maxwell Street's got the magic, the blues alive and plain, and the cops finally roll in to tell us, pack it up, son. My case is filled with dollar bills shining in the sun. On these asphalt crossroads, a new chapter's begun. Maxwell Street Mojo, where country, blues, and city become one.
Silvio's, face a packed tight wall to wall. I'm up on stage feeling shaky, afraid my blues might fall. A bigger man with a red guitar done challenged me to a brawl. The cutting head showdown, gonna take respect from all. And if possessed by the blues, I let the spirit take control. And fingers moving like lightning, as if I'm not even in my soul. The crowd's hollering and stomping, the joint's out of control. I'm possessed by the blues, the music's in control. It tears into a solo, fire spitting from every note. The crowd hollers at his fury, raw emotion in his throat. And I tremble for a moment, a lump in my throat. Then feel a hand on my shoulder, like someone else wrote my note. Settles in my hand, I slide over the frets like it's the devil's own demand. No Robert's ghost done joined me, leading these strange commands. And my opponent drops his pick, can't keep up with these stands. And possessed by the blues, got a power not my own.
possessed by the blues. The ghost done made his presence known. That night I earned my glory. No one doubted my name. They said I played like a man possessed, wrapped in a holy flame. In Chicago they tell the story of that battle like a game. I was possessed by the blues, and no blues ever sounded the same. Sunset had fallen festive. South Cottage Grove, a humble studio upstairs. Lead chest growls, roll lit, cigar smoke swirl in the air. One microphone between us three, we mutter silent prayers of just one shot to get it right. Lay our souls down bare. One take only, cutting straight to wax with truth. No second chance of splices, just red light and raw blues. My hands shake on the fretboard, but I've nothing left to lose. One take to last forever, carved in these grooves. Slide into my open and run, bottleneck moaning deep, bass thumping steady as a hard piano in a slow creep. The needle engraves our heartache into grooves it will keep. Ancestors leaning from the shadows, their promises ours to read. When the last chord dies away, we all freeze in the gloom. Engineer lifts the cutter head, silence grips the room. Then slowly Leonard smiles, we caught lightning in bloom. One take, pure and honest, sealed in that lacquer tomb. On days later on a jukebox, that record starts to spin, and my voice crackling out the speaker makes my head gently reel within. From a delta field to a south side groove, our soul is poured in. With one take and more, the Chicago blues era begins.
I'm a regular on the south side. Analytic nights down at Pepper's Lounge where bluesmen confide. And you play hoochie coochie man past midnight with nothing to hide. And in each electrified chorus that Delta soul still resides. New city, same blues. The song remains true. From plantation dust to a crowded avenue. The backbeat's more urban, but the heart's ancient blue. New city, same blues. It's home through and through. And I see fresh faces in the crowd now. Folks from outside of town. College kids and curious cats mixed where only we once hung round. And they snap their fingers to our rhythm, eyes closed as they get down. And the blues done cross that line. It's truth with no bound. And I'm like, we swap stories about back home among the pines. How the city changed our accents. But can't change our lines. We might dress a bit sharper under those neon signs, yet the sorrow and joy we croon trace the same old designs. Down on 43rd and Indiana, as a summer night slows, light a cigarette and feel that same breeze that through cotton fields blows. This city may have remade me, but one thing I know, it's the same blues carrying me everywhere I go. song crackling out of a storefront radio. That's me, that record. I grin on the sidewalk in the evening glow. Rolling Stone climbing the charts. On the south side, everybody knows. And Chicago's taking notice. These Delta blues done steal the show. An electric sweet home where the blues proudly roam. And from the stockyards on out to every tenement home. And muddy water sound makes even skyscrapers moan. In this electric sweet home, the blues sit on the throne. Our chest phone ringing off the hook. Promoters want us nationwide. In Cadillac, shiny black, I'm cruising down Michigan Drive with pride. In my old guitar ride shotgun, my new woman right by my side. Singing I'm your hoochie coochie man on air, our legacy bona fide. From Maxwell Street gutters to big ballroom stages we came. And our blues echo down Boulevard, setting city hearts aflame. Sweet home Chicago's embracing that sound, forever to proclaim. And electric blues is here to stay, and the world gonna know its name.
each other's pride. Mighty Muddy Waters and Howling Wolf with his fatal snarl so wide took stage like two thunderclouds about to collide. Showdown at Silvio's, yeah, heavy as a Delta swamp night. The 12 Titans trading 12 bar blows, each flexing their might. The crowd packed in like Revival Sunday to watch this fight. At the Showdown at Silvio's, blues legends ignite. The wolf growled out morning at midnight, his voice shook the floor. Muddy answered with a stinging slightly, women screamed for more. The artist on piano laughing while keeping score of the war. And Willie Dixon off to the side winked, already writing songs by the score. Screen walls trembled, both men sweating rivers of gin. Wolf's eyes rolled back as he howled from somewhere deep within. And Muddy stomped a hole through the stage, wearing a devilish grin. And Evan Roberts' ghost snuck in to cheer them on with the phantom grin. Showdown at Silvio's, neither would back down that night. The riff sharper than switchblades under neon light. By the time the last note faded, dawn was breaking bright. And after that showdown at Silvio's, what a hell of a sight. And in the end they just laughed and embraced, two kings of the Southside scene. The crowd roared at their battle, a duel fit for a magazine. To this day they tell the tale like a myth you'd scarcely believe you'd seen. And the showdown at Silvio's, where giants clashed in a blues coliseum. Late night on Rush Street, a small bar lit by a neon moon. Little Walter jumps on stage, his harp howling a wild tune. He's got a mojo on his harmonica, casting spells in the saloon. People swaying like they're hypnotized, drawn in by their eerie croon. It's a Harmonica Hoodoo, every note a charm, blowing through the smoky haze, keeping demons from harm. Amplifiers grow, wraps us in a mystic alarm. But Harmonica Hoodoo works its voodoo with soulful calm. Cups that tiny microphone, presses hard to his lips real tight, and bends a note so high and lonesome it shivers spines tonight. Swear you heard a ghost wailing in that amplified light. Spirit of the Delta in his breath, giving everyone
inside. Down on Maxwell, I recall hearing a harp make a lamppost cry. Now here in a club on Rush, that same soul's amplified. From the alleys to the airwaves, that haunted sound won't die. The blues harp carries secrets that make grown men sigh. And Walter steps off stage, the spell slowly breaks in two. Bob buzzes back to chatter like waking from something voodoo. Knew we'd witness magic that only a chosen few can do. That harmonica hoodoo left us all baptized in blue.
Shake and jive. Chuck's duck walking across stage, his guitar sparks alive. They stole a bit of our rhythm and gave it a brand new drive. And the blues had a baby and rock and roll arrived. Then the blues had a baby, now the children run wild. Mighty 12-bar tales turned electric and loud, reaching every child. And from Memphis to New Orleans, the new beat's been compiled. And but it's mama blues at heart, in each riff and rhyme style. You see teenagers hopping to tunes that sprang from our well. The old line speeded up, giving a sharp new rebel yell. Some find it sacrilege, say it's just our music they sell. But I hear the truth in those chords, our stories they still tell. He said this wears new clothes sometime, a different hat on its head. And I got invitations to play theaters where white folk clapping ahead. They heard our records and followed the path these blues tread. In 59 we pack our bags and fly over the ocean blue. Blues festival in Europe, they're hungry for something true. From Maxwell Street to London town, the trains are right on cue. The blues had a baby and its spirit broke through. Summer of '57, we step in the chest, brand new home. 2120 South Michigan Avenue, a temple where blues can roam. In gleaming console boards, an echo chamber down a hall of foam. We plug in hot and live, ready to claim the studio as home. Michigan Avenue, where the blues got polished fine. Tape machines humming mono, and soon stereo to preserve each line. And from the tiled echo chamber to those ribbon mics divine. That 2020 Michigan Ave, the blues crossed a new design. And buddy guys in the live room, strapping on a brand new Strat. And now this rush bends notes so sweet, volume needles dance where they're at. And Willie Dixon in the booth nods, saying, man, that's where it's at. Even lay electric bass on tape, imagine that. James and young Coco late into the night. An engineer's toy with plate reverbs and a touch of tape delay slide. The blues evolving in real time, but still true to pain and delight. And the reels capture our legacy, it finally feels right. And from the cramped old room on Cottage Grove to these halls of high fidelity sound, we've come a long way, yet the soul of our music stays profound. And Tootin' once one is now hallowed ground. Even young bands from London come round. And chasing that Chicago mojo, where the chest sound was found.
There's a joint on West Madison where the West Side Blues was born. His Magic Sam's tearing it on a Friday, his Strat wailing sweet and forlorn. Now this rush leans on a bent note, makes it cry like a Monday morn. But a guy cranks his amp to 10, feedback shrieking like a horn. West Side on fire, the guitar is king. Soulful minor key blues making every heart sting. New cats and young blood, let their slick six strings ring. Burning up the West Side, a new style and swing. And these clubs ain't fancy, just shot glasses and neon signs aglow. But white teenagers sneak in the back just to see that show. And
You can hear it floating out of those bars. A sound so incendiary it might as well come from Mars. An old school cast nod knowingly. Youth reaching beyond the stars. West side Chicago on fire. The blues exploding past its old bars.
After all the years, miles, the crossroads still call my name. Feel Robert Johnson at my shoulder, whispering that old refrain. Done electrified the spirit, but the heart beats the same. Through every bend and broken string, through fortune and fame. Solo from cotton field to neon hue, cry of truth in every era, ever ancient, ever new. No amplifier can change it, no trend can subdue. Soul of the blues, always bleeding honest and true. I've seen clubs come and go, seen vinyl turn to tape into bites. When a man pours out his heart at midnight, it's the same endless night. Tools may change, guitars, amps, or mics with new light, yet that pain and joy, unfiltered, remains our guiding light. Sometimes I close my eyes on stage, and I swear I'd travel back in time to a front porch in Mississippi, where I first heard that simple rhyme. No matter how far we come, we keep that spirit sublime. The ghost of the Delta rides with us through every rhythm and rhyme. A high-rise apartment or a dusty back road shack, a blue note is a blue note. It'll pierce you to the core and back. Times and amps may change, but on that one track, the soul of the blues keeps rolling on every soul's track.
Midnight again at a crossroads, but now it's stayed in 47th Street. And I stand where legends stood before, hear distant blues lines meet, and Robert Johnson's shadow beside me, tapping phantom feet. And all the ghosts at the crossroads gathers past and future greet, and ghosts at the crossroads, Chicago nights alive, Delta spirits in the streetlights, giving us the drive from muddy waters to electric cities. The flame continues to thrive, and ghosts at the crossroads keep the blues alive. I see Charlie Patton and Son House nodding slow by the alley brick, Muddy and Wolf exchanging grins, each still boasting their lick. Young British boys round the corner, drawn in their hearts quick, and the old souls pass the torch on a new generation to pick. London band records at chess, carrying these tones overseas. Japanese clubs echo our 12-bar prayers on foreign degrees. The blues spirit walks on globally with ease and guarantees. Yet here at this Chicago crossroads, a ghost chorus still decrees as the last notes ring out under the flicker of a lone street lamp light. The apparitions fade back into mist, smiling 'cause we got it right. The blues past, present, future, converging this soulful ride. In ghosts at the crossroads, linger, guiding us through the night.